The history of humanity is inseparable from the history of warfare. From the dawn of civilization, conflict has been a constant companion, shaping societies, toppling empires, and driving technological innovation. Yet, the nature of war itself has undergone a dramatic transformation over the millennia. Comparing ancient and modern warfare reveals a stark contrast in strategies, weaponry, and consequences, highlighting the profound evolution of this enduring human endeavor. While the ancient world witnessed clashes of bronze and iron decided by the strength of formations and the cunning of generals, the modern era has ushered in an age of mechanized warfare, where technology reigns supreme and the very definition of victory has become increasingly complex. This essay delves into the fascinating contrast between ancient and modern warfare, examining the weapons, tactics, and strategies employed in each era. We will explore how the goals of war have shifted from territorial conquest to ideological struggles, and analyze the escalating scale and consequences of conflict in the modern age. By understanding the evolution of warfare, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world and the enduring challenges faced by humanity. Ancient warfare, often romanticized in literature and film, was a brutal affair, where victory hinged on discipline, physical strength, and the effective deployment of limited yet ingenious weaponry. The stories of epic battles and heroic warriors have been passed down through generations, painting a vivid picture of the past. But behind these tales lies a reality of relentless training, strategic planning, and the constant evolution of military technology. The materials of war were simpler. Bronze, iron, wood, and stone formed the backbone of ancient armies. These materials, though basic by today's standards, were revolutionary in their time. Bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, was one of the first metals to be used extensively in weaponry, offering a significant advantage over stone tools. Iron, which came later, was even more transformative, providing stronger and more durable weapons that could be mass-produced. Swords, spears, and arrows were the tools of the trade, wielded by soldiers fighting in close formations, their courage tested amidst the deafening clash of metal and the cries of the fallen. These weapons required not only physical strength but also skill and precision. The art of swordsmanship, for instance, was a highly respected discipline, with different cultures developing their own unique styles and techniques. The absence of gunpowder and modern technology did not equate to a lack of ingenuity. Ancient engineers and craftsmen were incredibly resourceful, devising complex siege engines and fortifications. From battering rams to trebuchets, these machines were designed to break through the strongest defenses, demonstrating a deep understanding of physics and mechanics. Ancient civilizations displayed remarkable creativity in developing a surprising array of weaponry. Each culture brought its own innovations to the battlefield, influenced by their environment, resources, and enemies. For example, the Egyptians were known for their chariots, which provided a mobile platform for archers, while the Mongols perfected the use of the composite bow, a powerful and versatile weapon. The Greeks, masters of warfare in their time, perfected the phalanx formation, a seemingly impenetrable wall of shields and spears that formed the core of their armies. This formation required intense discipline and coordination, as each soldier's shield protected not only themselves but also their comrades. The phalanx was a testament to the importance of unity and teamwork in ancient warfare. The Romans, renowned for their military prowess, introduced the gladius, a short, double-edged sword ideally suited for close-quarters combat, and developed sophisticated siege weapons like ballistae and catapults to breach enemy fortifications. Their military innovations were not limited to weaponry. They also excelled in logistics, building extensive road networks to move troops and supplies efficiently across their vast empire. Across the ancient world, from the powerful chariots of the Egyptians to the composite bows of the Mongols, warfare spurred technological innovation, albeit on a scale dwarfed by the advancements of the modern era. These innovations were driven by the constant need to gain an edge over adversaries, leading to a continuous cycle of development and adaptation. The legacy of these ancient warriors and their ingenuity continues to inspire and inform modern military strategies and technologies. On the ancient battlefield, strategy often played as crucial a role as brute force. The clash of swords and the roar of battle were underpinned by meticulous planning and tactical foresight. Generals, often revered as demigods, commanded their troops with a mixture of charisma and tactical acumen, orchestrating maneuvers that could turn the tide of battle. Their decisions were not just about where to place troops, but also about understanding the psychology of both their own soldiers and their enemies. Terrain, weather, and morale factored heavily into strategic decisions, and the element of surprise could often spell the difference between victory and defeat. A sudden storm or an unexpected ambush could change the course of history in a matter of moments. One of the most famous examples of ancient military strategy is the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC. This battle is studied even today for its innovative tactics and the sheer audacity of its execution. Hannibal, the brilliant Carthaginian general, masterfully outmaneuvered a numerically superior Roman army. His ability to anticipate the movements of his enemy and exploit their weaknesses was unparalleled. By employing a cunning pincer movement, Hannibal encircled and decimated the Roman legions, inflicting one of the most devastating defeats in Roman military history. This maneuver not only showcased his strategic genius, but also his ability to inspire and lead his troops under immense pressure. The Battle of Cannae serves as a timeless example of how strategic brilliance, coupled with disciplined troops and a keen understanding of the enemy, could overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. It remains a case study in military academies around the world. However, even the most ingenious strategies could not erase the brutality of ancient warfare. The reality of battle was far from the clean lines and orderly formations depicted in strategic plans. Battles were chaotic, bloody affairs where hand-to-hand combat was the norm, and casualties could be staggering. The noise, the fear, and the sheer physical exertion took a toll on every soldier involved. Victory often came at a heavy price, leaving battlefields littered with the dead and wounded, a grim testament to the human cost of conflict. The aftermath of these battles was a somber reminder of the sacrifices made and the lives forever changed by the horrors of war. Section 4. The Dawn of Modernity. Gunpowder and its Ramifications. The invention of gunpowder in ancient China marked a turning point in the history of warfare, though its full impact would not be felt for centuries. With the arrival of firearms on the battlefield, the nature of combat began its inexorable shift away from close-quarters engagements towards more distant and impersonal forms of warfare. The first muskets, while inaccurate and slow to reload, possessed a decisive advantage over traditional weapons. They could pierce armor and inflict casualties from afar, undermining the effectiveness of traditional infantry formations and heralding a new era of ranged combat. The evolution of firearms continued at a rapid pace, with each new development further transforming the battlefield. Cannons, capable of hurling projectiles over vast distances, revolutionized siege warfare, rendering medieval fortifications increasingly obsolete. Navies, once reliant on ramming and boarding tactics, embraced cannons, transforming naval battles into long-range artillery duels. The increasing lethality and range of firearms gradually eroded the importance of individual combat prowess, shifting the emphasis towards discipline, training, and the effective deployment of firepower. Section 5. Technological Warfare, from Trenches to Drones. The 20th century witnessed an unprecedented acceleration in military technology, ushering in an era of mechanized warfare that redefined the very nature of conflict. From the rudimentary tanks and biplanes of the early 1900s to the sophisticated machinery that would follow, the landscape of war was forever changed. World War I, often referred to as the Chemists' War, introduced the horrors of poison gas, machine guns and tanks on a massive scale, transforming battlefields into landscapes of unimaginable carnage. The introduction of these weapons not only increased the lethality of combat, but also necessitated new strategies and tactics, forever altering military doctrine. The static trench warfare of the Western Front, a grim testament to the stalemate brought about by these new technologies, resulted in millions of casualties and forever scarred a generation. The trenches filled with mud, disease and death became symbols of the futility and horror of war, leaving an indelible mark on the collective memory of those who lived through it. World War II saw the rise of air power as a decisive factor in warfare. The skies became a new battleground, with fighter planes and bombers playing crucial roles in both offensive and defensive operations. The ability to strike from the air added a new dimension to military strategy, making air superiority a key objective for all major powers. Strategic bombing campaigns, while strategically questionable, demonstrated the terrifying destructive potential of air power, culminating in the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. events that forever altered the geopolitical landscape and ushered in the nuclear age. These bombings not only ended the war but also showcased the devastating power of nuclear weapons, leading to a new era of deterrence and arms races. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed the development of increasingly sophisticated weaponry, from intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of striking targets across the globe to precision-guided munitions designed to minimize civilian casualties. These advancements in technology not only increased the reach and accuracy of military forces, but also raised ethical and strategic questions about the nature of modern warfare. The 21st century has witnessed the rise of drone warfare, cyber warfare, and artificial intelligence, further blurring the lines between traditional combat and the virtual realm. Drones, capable of striking targets with precision from thousands of miles away, have become a staple of modern military operations, while cyber attacks and AI-driven strategies have opened new fronts in the battle for dominance. Modern warfare has become increasingly complex, reliant on sophisticated technology, intricate logistics, and the coordination of multiple branches of the military. The integration of advanced communication systems, real-time data analysis, and joint operations has transformed the battlefield, making it a highly coordinated and technologically driven environment. As we move further into the 21st century, the evolution of military technology continues to shape the strategies and outcomes of conflicts around the world.